killing?
The part was like a female spy or a female femme fatale who wanted to take over and dominate the male population, or the world for that matter.
I said kill!
Sadly for Tura, the Dragon Lady's plans get short-circuited. But what else would you expect from an astro zombie with a defective brain?
How did you do the special effects in Astro Zombies? Did they cost a lot? Like,
Special effects?
like the brain scene, for example.
The whole film was only $37,000, and nothing cost a lot. And remember, that included, you know, the cast, the crew, the lab, and all, everything except me. Anyway, no, the brain that vibrated was vibrated on a rheostat that I put a variable oscillator so that went ooh.
There's a definite response.
One of the characters, I can't remember which one, he looked at me as though he was drunk while you were filming it.
I don't know
whether he was
that
or not.
would be, because I don't allow drinking on my set.
Where did you...
I allow no beer, nothing. When everything is wrapped for the day, then the beer or the wine or whatever can come out.
What else would you call a man with a synthetic electrically-driven heart, a stainless steel mesh stomach, plastic pancreas, cellulose liver, and to mention a few things for a starter? Incredible.
It's a crazy idea to have the kind of solar panel in someone's forehead.
Well, you see, I figured if we gave the man a synthetic heart pump, what was going to drive it? If you're going to give him a phony heart and take out the existing one, you'd have to have a power. And so I thought of him carrying a power cell pack, but if I put photoelectric cells, 3 of them, right in the middle of the forehead, and wired them directly to the heart, anytime he had light, his heart would work, but he'd have a power cell backup, right? So, and in the Astro Zombies, after this first fight one of the Astro Zombies had, trying to grab this woman, he lost his power pack, and he grabbed a flashlight, and he held it to his head while he ran back to the lab.
Crazy ideas like this are what give Ted's movies their charm, and Astro Zombies was made for the ridiculously small sum of only $37,000.
$37,000. That's a horrible thing to tell anyone, isn't it? When the picture's playing around the world and John Carradine. Now that paid everybody, Wendell Corey, John Carradine, the Total Laboratory, everything. There is one big thing, though. Ted Mikels, the writer, producer, director, editor, and equipment supplier, 13 months of his life, not a nickel.
Did you make any money out of it?
No. It was sold off before I even got to get any form of a director's salary, so...
Do you feel bitter about it?
I feel a little bit strange about spending 13 months of my energies and that creativity and making a picture that has made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I didn't get a dime. Jonathan, this is where we put the films together.
Very nice.
Back there is the cutting tables and the moviolas and the sound effects library.
So when you're making a film, do you hire people to come in and do this work here? Do it yourself?
I do it.
Busy boy.
That's the best control, you know, when you do it yourself. But all the facilities are here.
I see you have posters up for your movies as well around here.
Yeah, we need more room. We have more posters that can't go up.
Which one? This is the Corpse Binders, which was a big success for you, wasn't it?
That was a big success. We used a lot of gimmicks to sell our films. We had a nurse all dressed up in wardrobe and costume in the foyer, the lobby of the theater, and we had a corpse grinding machine contest. Theater owners would put a contest on for, that is, the chain would put on a contest for all of those in their circuit, and the theater manager that had the most unique corpse grinding machine and campaign won prizes, which we paid for, of course.
This would get press for you as well, actually.
Oh, yes, we did a lot of things. Everyone had to sign a certificate of assurance that they were of sound mind and of good health, or else they could not come into the theater.
Corpse grinders. What kind of madness would profit from the helpless victims already endured to their final piece?
No money, no meat.
Sure, Caleb. You'll get everything that's coming to you.
Don't ever try and cheat me, Landau. The cops might be interested in knowing what you're doing with them bodies.
But I know the answer is in that pet food factory. And I'm going down there.
Hey, did you see those cats? Yeah, I saw the cats. They ate folks, didn't they? Yeah, they ate them up.
You'll witness blood-curdling horror. But Corpse Grinders, the most blood-chilling motion picture you've ever seen.
Could you give us the basic plot of the Corpse Grinders?
The basic plot of the Corpse Grinders. Well, it's about two hoodlums that decide to get rich quick. So they grind up humans and put it into cat food for cats who like people. That's essentially it.
And to keep his already minuscule budget at rock bottom, Ted enlisted the help of his resident castle ladies like Sherry Vernon.
What was it like working on films like Corpse Grinders? Presumably it was quite hard work with a low budget
What is Ted like working with?
and the whole experience.
The whole experience is very interesting because when you work with the low budgets, it means you get to work around the clock. And it's a lot of work, but it's an eye-opener.
And this is the diabolical contraption that turned helpless victims into tins of nourishing cat food.
I had $1,700 when I started it. I borrowed $15,000 during the filming, and I deferred $31,000 in total cost. Everything was, we ate peanut butter sandwiches, and in the corpse grinding machine, it was hamburger mixed with sawdust and stuff like that. It was all of these films are a labor of love. If I were in it for really the money, I would be doing something else.
And the film cost very little, and part of that you can see on the screen. You can see that the machine probably didn't cost too much to make. And
It was about $17.
And first through the $17 mincing machine was poor old Sherry.
what was it actually like going into the corpse grinding machine? Was it...
Horrible. I hit my knees. The reason I had to do it is because I was the smallest one, and whoever made it had made the door very small, and there was only 2 small people on the set, and we both got elected, right? I mean, that's it. You're going through.
The Corpse Grinders is by far the most successful of Ted's movies, and is always the highlight of the occasional film festivals which celebrate Ted's cult status.
When they had that Ted Mikels night in San Francisco where there were 800 or 1,000 people that came to see a couple of my films, and I talked for about an hour on stage, I explained to someone that I didn't even have a copy of The Corpse Grinders. And there's been how many millions of dollars changed hands on that one film around the world, and I don't even have a copy. Do you know that friend went out on the market and bought a copy of my film and sent it to me as a gift? And I was thrilled about that. So when you ask about how do I feel about being a cult director or whatever and having fans, boy, fans like that I love. That was a marvelous thing for that person to do. Probably cost him $200 or $300 just for that 60mm print. Now I have one.